Hey, what's up, guys? So this is the next Forex Pro, and this is pretty much my intro. I wanted to go over what this whole thing is going to be about, and I'm actually going to be documenting my journey in getting funded with my Forex funds. Now, I had already taken a challenge. I was not documenting or anything, but I figured, you know what, I'm going to have to redo it. Why not go for the challenge? Excuse me, why not document it, right? And so, anyways, here I am. And I went ahead and let me go ahead and log in. Actually, I'm already logged in. I'll go ahead and show you. And so here we go. So by the way, for those of you that don't know what FTMO is, or excuse me, what my Forex funds is, it's pretty much a funding company that if you are a good trader, you will get funded. Okay, and I think there's pros and cons to it, and I'll go over that in a moment. But just to show you around is there are a few phases that you need to pass. There's evaluation phase 1, and then there's an evaluation phase number 2. I think the whole challenge can last up to 90 days or so. And I believe there's also a way you could finish it quicker. And if you can, then that just means you're an absolute beast. And if you're whatever you're doing, then just keep doing it right. Otherwise, if you want to follow my journey, then definitely I would love for you to follow the journey. And so, anyways, here we are. Here, this is pretty much. Let me see if I can get the weekly stuff here. You can see I'm pretty much done with my days. I don't have any more days left. Pretty much a bottom right here, and you can see the account shows as suspended. However, because I was still above my account limit, which is above 100,000, I actually get a free retake. And I did see the notifications here that pretty much what happens, the breach, the reason why the max time was exceeded, and your account started with X amount prior to balance, etc., etc. And if you notice here, there's a little red button that shows free reset. And so because of that, I'm actually able to just start a brand new one. Now, by the way, there is when you start, you do actually have to pay for it. Oh, actually, here you go. This one shows the beginning to end. You actually do have to pay for the challenge to start off, and this is where I was going to mention there's pros and cons to that. So just to talk about that real quick, the pros about that is that obviously if you don't have a funded live account, you don't have the funds for it. There's actually a lot of people trading in general, Forex stocks, whatever. It's a huge game out there, and what I love about it is that no matter where you are in the world, if you are a great trader and if you know how to do this successfully, you have a job, and you can live anywhere in the world. And that's really what I love about it, that it doesn't matter where you come from. If you know how to trade, you have something to do, right? So this is what I love about these type of funding companies, and specifically here, like I said, I'm using my Forex funds. And so now the cons about it, there's really not actual cons about it, like really bad things, nothing bad about it. Their support is amazing. The cons, I would say, is once you start doing it, because there's a target that you have to reach, I would say it does add a bit of a pressure to it. And so if you are someone that cracks under pressure, then that's something you need to work on as far as your trading strategy goes, etc., etc. And so you need to dial it in. You need to put more time, more experience. And the thing with trading is that this is something that you got to build those skills. It's something that you forge under pressure. It's not something that you're going to learn from one day to the next, right? And so that's something you got to keep in mind. And so those are the cons, right? Another con would be is because there's a target limit, there's also a risk limit. So if you go under a certain amount percentage per day, then you pretty much get your account turned off, and that's pretty much it. You have to pay for it again to retake it. So once again, if you're doing this isn't something that you should take lightly, right? If you think that you have data from 3 months because you're profitable, I would tell you to wait a whole year, right? Wait a whole year until you can be profitable for a full year and see the months that are good. Obviously, it's always with trading. It's a game of probability, and that's what you got to understand. And this is actually what happened to me in this particular month. You can see I was in profit, and I'll go over that right now. You can see on 7/1, I got to $4,600, and it kind of stayed that way until, see if I can scroll this over here, until a week after. It looks like there was one trade. Yeah, one trade around that day. There was about 2, 3 trades that I took and ended up being losers. And once again, that's just part of the probabilities. And you can see it even went down a little bit more. And I stayed flat and then went right back up and ended it with $485, right? And so obviously, it's part of the probabilities, and that's what we have to understand as traders. And so it's just one of those months that didn't outperform. I didn't outperform the market, and so it is what it is. At this point, because of the challenge, because as long as you're in profit, they will give you a free retake, just like how I showed you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and start to do my free retake, and I will start to document that story or all that good stuff for you and what trades I took, and just kind of the mindset of why I took the trade. Kind of tell you a little bit about it, and hopefully you guys enjoy it.